Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and I'm very much looking forward to checking out this Burnham track. There's been a lot of talk about all the stuff, his special on Netflix, the music. There's been a lot of talk about it, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out. So today we have All Eyes on Me. I'm going to be doing the three tracks I think are on YouTube. I think it's All Eyes on Me. I think it is Welcome to the Internet and White Woman's Instagram. So I'm really looking forward to hearing it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you checking it out. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and I have a whole bunch of music out there. I also like to talk, when I do these reaction breakdowns, I like to talk about production. I like to talk about, as a songwriter, as a musician, as a producer myself, all those different aspects. So let's see what we got. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to check out my Instagram, my Patreon, my music, that's the best way to support the channel. So let's see what we got. I really have no idea what I'm going into with this.
Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
Almost has this. So this is sick. At first, I thought it was gonna be a play on like that. Bum 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 kind of walk down, but it's slightly different. The chord progression, a huge synth coming in there, very deep, warm synth. There's it's some sort of effect on his vocals. I want to say it actually sounds like some sort of auto-tune kind of effect. It almost has a vocoder kind of tone to it. It's because it's so heavily processed. But it's cool, man. It's cool. Huge reverb on there too.
Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine.
This is killer, man.
Where everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody.
Adding the newer synth on the top on there, very contrast. So now we have deep bass. His vocals are probably more mid-range kind of tenor style vocals, and the upper frequency pretty high up there. His voice sounds great, man. The production sounds fantastic. I like this. Like, it's like slowly leading you into something. Like, he's moving faster melodically than all the other instruments. All the other instruments are playing, I believe, whole notes. Yeah, I'd say maybe half notes depending on how you're counting it. But really cool production. Let's rewind it a little. Melody's fantastic also.
We're going to go where everybody knows. Everybody knows. Get your fucking hand up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hey, go on. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
Huge drums. Like industrial style drums. Metallic tam. Dude, the reverb in here is unbelievably good, man. It adds this huge fullness to the track. It's really, really, really well done.
You want to hear a funny story?
The crowd in there is pretty, like, adding the crowd in there is a really interesting dynamic. It makes you feel like he's live, even though he's not. It's actually pretty wild how it, like, tricks your brain to thinking, like, this is live, even though it's really not.
So, 5 years ago, I quit performing live comedy because I was beginning to have severe panic attacks while on stage, which is not a great place to have them. So I quit, and I didn't perform for 5 years. I spent that time trying to improve myself mentally. And you know what? I did. I got better. I got so much better, in fact, that in January of 2020, I thought, you know what, I should start performing again.
First of all, as somebody that's struggled with anxiety for a long time, I highly relate to what he's saying, and I commend him for getting better. It takes a lot of work, but it is possible 100%. It takes a lot of work and probably more time than people want, but it is possible to get better as somebody that is getting better one day at a time from panic attack level anxiety. There's a lot of artists, too, that struggle with these like panic attacks on stage. I've heard of it. It's not uncommon, which is also very interesting. Let's go back to the production. Really, really interesting. I have a feeling, actually, maybe not so much pitch correction at like auto-tune as it is maybe a shifted down vocal. It almost sounds like the vocals are like shifted down like maybe a third or something like that, or fifth, just given this very different style timbre. That would be called I'm drawing a blank on the word. What's that called? Format, because it shifts. It shifts the way that it's a format, something like that. Shift, and it just creates a different style timbre of vocals. But he's also, what I appreciate is the way that he leaves space. He's not afraid to. He doesn't feel like he has to fill every single second with words, and he's telling the story. And even in telling the story, there is space in the words. So I find that really interesting, just in the fact of like he's not afraid to leave space. And as a every great storyteller is great at leaving space for the audience to digest. You're not just like shoving down thoughts down their brain. It's like, hey, this is a thought. Hey, this is a thought. It's called phrasing, and guitarists do it, saxophonists do it, vocalists do it. And the way a great guitar player, if we're going to talk guitar or saxophone player, a great soloist is great at phrasing. They're not shredding the neck the whole time. They're not going up and doing these crazy lifts. Look at like these great guitar players or the great saxophone players or trumpet players. They'll phrase something, do a riff, ba 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 ba, pause, breathe, new, slightly different, slower riff, shorter riff, pause. All these different things, and that's called phrasing. And it's similar how it's interesting to see how that relates to his storytelling, phrasing these things instead of it just being, a hydrant of information. It's slowly adding to it.
I thought, you know what, I should start performing again.
I like the setup for this, man. It's cool.
I've been
Projection.
hiding from the world, and I need to re-enter. And then, the funniest thing happened.
See all the different spaces?
Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine. You say the ocean's rising.
Come on, man. Production's so good.
You say the whole world's ending. Honey, it already did.
Oh, that was cool. Pulling all LA instruments, really focus on the vocals. So when I reintroduce it, that was cool. It sounds like it's just a different way to change up the music. That's cool. That was cool.
You're not gonna slow it. Heaven knows you tried. Got it good, now get inside.
Huge layered vocals. That's a vocoder. Listen to the left and right here. That's a vocoder. One of my favorite style instruments, where you run vocals through an instrument like a synthesizer, like the one behind me. And the vocals take on the sound and the shape and the notes of the synthesizer you're playing. That's nice. I love this video editing style. Really cool, man. It's the vocoder. Oh, you see the da 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 da. You hear that walk down the left ear? That was probably from the vocoder. Hear how it kind of sounds like ants? Hold on a sec. Let me. I wonder if this is the. So I really like the way that this is edited with the like overlays of the other videos on top. I'm curious if that is the same take that they have, and they just zoomed in and reversed it, because like as he puts his hand up in the main video, the other hand goes up, and I don't know if that's the case. I don't, maybe not, but it's really cool. It's a really cool way to do like a live performance video. It really keeps you engaged.
Get up. Get up. I'm talking to you. Get the fuck up. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hey, fucking get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah, come on. Hands down. Pray for me. Hands down.
Adding that crowd in there's such a wild dynamic. Crazy, man. Really interesting performance. Really unique performance. That video editing is wild, and it really added that to some degree, like the trippy style of the huge reverb, the huge synths. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of the tracks, and potentially even the Netflix documentary Netflix special. So let me know if you recommend that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to check out my music, it's the best way to support the channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Consider subscribing, helping out the channel grow, please. Peace out.